I've lost my faith. I've lost my faith in Walmart. I've lost my faith in the gas stations. I've lost my faith in the banks. I've lost my faith in the school system. I've lost my faith in the government. I've lost my faith in a lot of things. The reason why that is, it's not that I've lost my faith with the principles and the ideas behind having a bank or having a government or having a school system. I haven't lost my faith in the idea of that. I've lost my faith in the current version of that. So what needs to happen is, first, you guys have to realize that I'm not an anarchist. I do believe that you need to have government. I do believe that we need to have school systems to teach the kids. I do believe that we need to have banks. We need to have a way to interact and do business with each other. And, also, having some kind of a monetary system is necessary. You need to have the ability. Money is kind of an equalizer. It kind of makes it where, you have something to work towards. So you don't just see something you want and then magically you get it. With money, you see something you want and then you have to go out and work for it to get it. Or your parents work hard all their life and they want you to have it so they can go out there and buy it for you if they work hard enough and get the money. So all the principles of of capitalism and the economic system and the government, the principles are sound. There's nothing wrong with that. But what is something wrong with it is that we've been infiltrated by a bunch of criminals, a bunch of perverts, people that have a perverted version of what freedom is. The Constitution of the United States, and there's constitutions other places, but the Constitution of the United States made an effort to try and help people to keep their freedom, didn't just outline what the God-given freedoms were to people, but it helped to kind of outline how to keep your freedom. And so, if somebody tries to go against the Constitution of the United States, then you have to realize that they're an enemy to the Constitution of the United States, and if the Constitution of the United States is a document that's for the people, by the people, for the people, and somebody goes against that, then they're obviously an enemy to the people. So, we've got people that are calling for the complete abolition of the Constitution of the United States. Let's get rid of this amendment. Let's get rid of that amendment. Listen, I'm not here to lecture anyone, but I do know that if you don't have the right to free speech, and you don't have the right to protect yourself, and you don't have the right to elect your officials, then you're basically a slave. I know that. And you look at other countries that have this kind of organizational setup where they're in a dictatorship, and basically you have like a very small group of people that decide the fate of the nation, and so the people don't really play a part in that. And what happens is that there's a lot of people that suffer. There's a lot of people that die. Weird things happen, like thousands and thousands of babies are aborted, and people killing, doctors killing old people because they're worthless, and post-birth abortions up to 3 years old, and one-child policy, and anti-family stuff. We weren't made to live in slavery. We have a brain. If we didn't have a brain, maybe we'd be pretty good slaves. But we have a brain, and we have will, and we have we have determination and pride, and we have the ability to care. We have the ability to go out there and work and make something out of ourselves. We have dignity. But we've become, the word is decadent, where we just have been living in a society where we're like, oh, I want to have a cell phone, so you go out and get a cell phone. I want to have a new car, so you go out and get a new car. I'm going to get a homeowner's loan so I can go buy all the shit that I need to catch up on, and then my life's going to be better. No, that was a lie that was told to us, and we fell for it. And in the falling for it, a lot of people that probably wouldn't have had any power are now in powerful positions where they're affecting the decision making over the entire world. And these people are perverted. They're criminals. They're worse than that. They're what's the word for it? They have immunity. They can have the power to impose laws on us they're totally immune to. Now, you got to understand what that means for us. When you have lawmakers that make laws that don't apply to them, but they apply to the rest of the people, that is a dictatorship. That is slavery. Now, whether it's a soft form of slavery or it's full-blown whips and chains locking you in a cage, that doesn't matter. Slavery is slavery. Okay? If you asked somebody back in the slave days in the United States, if you asked them, okay, would you rather be on the plantation and have to sleep with the slave guy, would you do that? Or would you want to do that? They would tell you no, because they want to have freedom. They would tell you no. They would say no. I don't want to be forced to live in a place that I don't want to live and follow orders and not have anything. And if I have a baby, my baby gets sold. If you ask them that, I guarantee you I don't have to be there with them. I know that they would tell you no. They want to keep their baby. They want to have a good life. They want to have a piece of land. They want to have food in their stomachs. So it's time that every one of you that are watching this video realize what's going on right now. You've got these criminals that are trying to take over the food supply. Okay, the food that you depend on to eat. They're trying to take over the food supply. Okay? Utility companies are charging more than ever for power. They're trying to pass carbon taxes. Do you even know what that is? Carbon taxes are when they tax you on everything for your carbon footprint. And who gets paid for that? Does the money go back into the utility company to come up with clean energy? Or who gets paid for that? Who gets paid for that? Does all the money go back into finding clean energy? Because guess what? There's clean energy out there. Alright? You can take water and you can create hydrogen and you can run generators off of water and electrolysis. So literally, you can capture the sunlight in solar panels, run the electricity down into some water, and through, I guess they call it hydrolysis or electrolysis or whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't have to be a science expert to know that the sources of power that we have that we're being charged for, we don't even have to have those. I mean, you've got people that are creating vehicles that can run on air, like an air compressor. You've got cars that can run on hydrogen. You can take a diesel engine and mix diesel half and half with water once the engine's running, and you can you can run a diesel engine on half water, half diesel, so you don't even have to use all the fuel that you're using if you did it right. There's all kind of alternatives out there for us, but if we don't stand up and we don't demand these alternatives, then we're going to see a situation that we will not be able to turn around easily. It's already there, but we maybe still have a chance, but you know, it's going to take everybody to wake up. And I want to make a video on what it means to wake up so that people can understand. Yes, you walk around. Yes, you go to work. Yes, you can pay your bills. But waking up, okay, waking up to reality doesn't mean that you were full-blown asleep. It just means that you've kind of, this part of your brain that deals with these things is shut off. And so you have to turn that part of your brain on. And yes, it is painful. It is painful to see what's going on and to deal with it, to try and deal with it. It's painful. But together we can do this. You know, together with our mindset being right, we can deal with this. We've got to get the criminals out, and we've got to get something that's really geared toward humanity going. So I don't have to be an expert to know this is right. So I'm making an effort right now. I'm beginning right now to try and make an effort to help to bring real change in the world, and because I know it comes from within, so I'm starting with me. And practice makes perfect, so I'm going to make more videos, and I'm going to come up with some really exciting subjects and bring some really good information to light that you haven't heard of, and you know, I'm going to try and help to wake people up, because we all want to live in a world where we're not debt slaves and we don't have to work 90 hours a week, and you know, we want to be just free. That's all I want. I just want to be free. I want you to be free. So, but we have to unlock the brain. We have to free our mind first, and then we can be free.